The first bill I want to bring up is the Financial Services Innovation Act, which I recently reintroduced, which allows entrepreneurs to beta test new products and services without sacrificing critical consumer protection safeguards. This would help firms harness technology to innovate without fear of heavy-handed penalties from regulators. Next is Congresswoman Houchin's Bipartisan Futures Act. This legislation will help regulators utilize new technology to achieve more efficient and streamlined supervision. This is not enough. It's not enough to champion innovation in the private sector. We also must ensure federal financial regulators are keeping pace with ever-changing technological landscape, and our committee has an interest in pushing that forward. I look forward to advancing Congressman Stiles' Earned Wage Access Consumer Protection Act. EWA products provide short-term liquidity to Americans trying to make ends meet. As sky-high prices continue to hammer family budgets, protecting consumers' access to these innovative products is more important than ever. This bill will ensure Biden's regulators don't stymie the clear benefits of earned wage access products by applying inappropriate regulations to them. Two other bills, Congressman Loudermilk's Bipartisan Respect State Housing Laws Act and Congressman Fitzgerald's Insurance Data Protection Act, build on Republican efforts to rein in rogue regulators. These bills correct provisions in existing law that are being exploited for uses other than their intended purposes. We should all agree that the American people and small businesses should not be forced to deal with the phony or misused application of laws stretched far beyond their original intent. We'll also advance 6 resolutions to combat gross overreach by Biden's financial regulators using the Congressional Review Act. The Congressional Review Act has been utilized by Democrats and Republicans here in Congress to have a check on the executive branch rulemaking and rulemaking results. This package is not a knee-jerk reaction to everything the Biden administration does. It's a targeted effort. The CRA, the Congressional Review Act, is an essential tool Congress has at its disposal to carry out our constitutional duty to hold the executive branch accountable. We'll consider Subcommittee Chairman Huizinga's H.J. Res. 127 to overturn the SEC's disastrous climate disclosure rule. The fatally flawed rule exceeds the agency's authorities, threatens our economy, and would overwhelm investors with non-economic information. It's costly, complex, and against the public good. The SEC's stay of the rule is not enough. So House Republicans are taking action to protect the American job market, the American stock market, job creators and workers and investors from this destructive rule. We'll also advance Subcommittee Chairman Barr's H.A. Res. 122 to protect America's access to affordable credit. This CRA resolution will block the CFPB's credit card late fee rule. The credit card late fee rule fails to acknowledge the role certain fees play in encouraging timely payments. It will harm consumers by shifting costs to responsible consumers who pay on time in the form of higher annual fees and higher interest rates. Additionally, we'll mark up Vice Chair Hill's H.J. Res. 120. This resolution overturns the Biden administration's guidance on non-bank designation through the Financial Stability Oversight Council. This guidance represents another attempt by FSOC to become a roving regulator. Instead of targeting specific companies or industries that may be politically unfavorable, FSOC's focus on actually the emerging risks that in the financial system, that should be their focus. We'll also consider 3 CRA resolutions to rescind Biden administration's banking regulators' climate risk management principles for larger financial institutions. The resolutions led by Representatives Fitzgerald, Houchin, and Donalds will overturn the rules from the Fed, FDIC, and OCC, respectively. This critical effort builds on Republicans' work to stop the Biden administration from forcing a progressive climate regulatory agenda through financial regulation. Finally, we'll mark up 2 bills led by Democratic colleagues, Congressman Sherman's Bank Safety Act and Congressman Green's Systemic Risk Authority Transparency Act. I'll close by reiterating what I've said at every markup this Congress. My door is always open. If there is an issue that interests you or a problem you wanted to address, come talk to me. I can't guarantee a successful outcome, but we will always engage in the conversation. And where we can find common ground, I'm committed to finding solutions. So with that, I'll recognize the ranking member for the purposes of an opening statement.